Welcome back, Domers. It's been a while. Miss us? Probably not. We're here with my guy who's coming off the IL. How are we feeling?
I feel like I'm in the seventh inning of this, illness. So I'm getting there. I'm turning the corner. On the third half of the the illness, which is what?
You said third half. Listen,
It's
I know,
affecting.
I know school wasn't your strong suit, but
And I can't spell.
halves are twos. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He can't spell, can't do math, can't do fractions, I guess.
Well, technically, seventh inning there is a half to it, so you know there's a top and bottom to it.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
bitch.
yeah. Two halves though, not three. Just keep
But
that
there's
in
three
mind.
outs, so you're welcome.
And we're off to a hot start here. Um,
You let
what's
me.
this? Your second IL run this week, this year?
It's yeah. I mean, not too bad. I mean, we're what 6 months in.
Six, yeah, we can round up to 6 months in now.
I
Yeah.
I ain't gonna complain about,
All right.
potentially about like 14 days being sick. That's not too bad.
Not
I
too
can't
bad. Not
I
too bad.
can't.
I didn't hit the IL. I was day to day last week. I had a little cold. I couldn't tell if it was cold or allergies. I thought it started as allergies, and then I had like cold symptoms. So kind of just took stuff for both. And yeah, we're back. We're back in. We're locked and loaded, ready to roll.
Can I say what I got prescribed? Is that
We
legal?
don't get monetized, so I don't really think it makes much of a
Whoa,
difference.
you know, legally, I'm on that good.
He's
You
on.
know,
Oh yeah, my boy is Future out here.
facts.
For those of you who know, you know, and if you don't, get cultured. Get with the streets, man.
hmm
All right, what we got?
I got a
Big.
question for you.
What's your question?
What number of the 100 men would you want to be against a gorilla?
Give me 100.
Really? You're gonna?
I'm not laying my life down for this gorilla.
Yeah, okay, I understand not the first 30.
Listen,
But like 100, what if you're just you see everybody else just get slapped around? You're just there. You're the last hope. That's what you want?
at
I'd
that
rather
point,
try to rally the troops.
at that point, I'm the 100th one that's getting slapped around and is the rap. So like, what else am I to expect? But if we actually put up a fight, I don't want to be the first one because those first 20 or first 15 to 20 getting their heads ripped off
They
before
get stomped out.
the 80 that are left, if not a little bit more, can make something happen.
See, I agree, but like you see everybody else die. Every 99 die. You lost hope. You're pretty much done.
Yeah,
Done,
so
bro, right?
I'm good. If I've lost hope, I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm
But if
just
you're
gonna.
like 82, you still think there's still gonna be some people alive. There's still gonna be more people behind you. So like you still might have some hope and you might, try a little harder.
Yeah, but
That's my mindset.
you still are probably gonna die. So if I've seen the 99 die in front of me, you know what? It is what it is. There's
You
99 to happen.
you telling me 100 men
Am I
can't
the
take down
1%?
a gorilla?
I don't know. I think like 100 men couldn't even do it together. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of men, a lot of people in general.
That's a
Let's
regular
not
Tuesday for
exclude
you.
let's not exclude women, right?
Let's
Let's not be
exclude
sex.
women here.
Okay, well, good thing we don't get monetized.
No, like, help me out here. Help me out here.
You think Ronda Rousey could we could do more damage than Ronda Rousey could?
Yes.
Let's set that fight up then.
She get wobbly in front of the spotlights. It's fine.
Who's your starting five against the gorilla?
Brock? Give
Okay.
me Shaq.
Brock Purdy, Shaquille
Brock Purdy?
Harrison,
You
Brock
think I want Brock Purdy?
Brock Purdy, Shaquille Harrison. Who else you got? Three more.
LeBron? Let me hear you go best out with him.
LeBron James Jr.
Ah,
You got two more?
fair. Give me Josh.
Josh Block, World of T-shirts.
Give me Aaron.
Aaron Hicks.
Okay, that's good pivots. Good pivots.
You know where I was gonna go with the Aaron Hernandez,
Oh,
and then I
bro.
realized he already lost the fight. So
You know, facts. Nah,
He probably took a couple gorillas in his day, huh?
Jesus Christ.
We're back, man. It's been about a month, I think. We're back. We're so back. We never left. We did leave, but we're back again.
Crazy. First strike coming. Crazy.
That's that heater coming in. Oof,
Oof.
down the middle.
Ah, my God.
All right, we had
We
good sports weekend for me.
must be nice.
Yanks take down the Mets. Juan Soto, Juan Soso, Juan Who, nowhere to be found.
Bell Bellinger hits an absolute screamer,
Listen,
700 feet.
listen. Judge had the shortest home run of his career today. Uh, it was a porch job. I don't care that it was a porch job. The moment was electric. That moment was electric.
But
And
you
that
hear how
was
much like the taste in your mouth is just
no,
it is that you have to. No, it is. It
no.
is.
I love it. It's a home run.
No, no.
I said it for you, not for me. I think that's a home run. You're gonna give me, oh, Yankee Stadium. Blah, 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 blah. Listen,
Because it's
if
true.
it's that big of a deal, also let's talk about this because you sent this to me, I'm pretty sure, where the MLB wants to change or create a new stat called real home runs or whatever the fuck they said to 15 out of 30 ballparks. It's a home run and 15 out of 30, then it's a real home run. Okay, fucking make a rule then. Every stadium has to be this way. Because if you're gonna make
I
that
agree.
stat, if you're gonna make that stat, we got to make it all even, right? Or you got to
I
tell
agree.
me, no, you got to make it even. If you're pulling up that stat to like skew numbers, you got to make it even.
See, but I agree with that. It's like I understand having a short porch if you have a green monster or the Crawford boxes. Make it at least challenging where you have to get it up. But you don't have either.
They have a pretty big center field.
I-
Their center field's
And
pretty big, and their
what
left field's pretty tough to play.
what other center field isn't the small one? All center fields are pretty much average. They're all going to be around the same.
All right, the left to center area is where it's bigger. But I mean, if you're gonna give teams the ability to move and create their own thing,
I
don't come up
agree.
with that stat. If you want to have diversity
I
or
agree.
like keep it fun, ballparks are fun, you can't come up with that stat. That's ruining the fun of it.
I
Also,
agree.
look at that mammoth of a man, Aaron Judge. Telling me he can't hit a home run in any ballpark. He could hit 50 anywhere. He just doesn't do it that way because he doesn't have to.
Yeah, that's your argument?
He doesn't have to. He knows the dimension of his ballpark. He hits home runs everywhere he goes. Everywhere he goes, he hits a home run.
Yes, but his
He can
numbers are
absolutely do it.
inflated because he hits over there. It's the same thing with Coors.
If he went to go play in fucking Petco, he'd have 50 home runs.
No, he wouldn't.
He would because he knows the dimension. Dude, he's not weak. He's 6'8", the biggest guy in baseball, the strongest guy in baseball. Dude's like Barry
But
Bonds without the
it's the
roids.
same thing with the Coors or Cincinnati. It's like you have to take it with a grain of salt or asterisk it because you're hitting in a hitter friendly park.
No, you don't. He would hit it anywhere.
Can he hit home runs? Yes, I'm not gonna argue that. But is his numbers, does he get more home runs because he hits in Yankee Stadium? Yes.
No, he is a
What?
situational hitter to the greatest degree. He knows when to go for a home run. He knows when not to.
Fuck off. You're telling me some of those wall scrapers in right field aren't
Honestly,
inflating his stats?
those he rarely hits wall scrapers. He rarely hits wall scrapers.
But okay, to be fair, I do agree with your point that you can't implement a new rule saying like the real home runs because I do like how ballparks are essentially unique. But I
Yeah,
do agree there should be a minimum or you have to like account for one or two factors. Like if it's shorter, higher wall. If it's farther, make it if
the
you're in a bigger ballpark, like in the cores or like that.
the one I think this is like John Boy said this. I watch a lot of John Boy. When they were talking about something of that nature, I think he said something like one rule I would like is having all the center field or all the outfield walls be like robbable, home run robbables.
Hmm.
Like that's fun. With the exception of like the Green Monster, like
Hmm.
those that would be fun. But if you have like a unique wall, like Toronto doesn't need that big old wall in center field. Arizona doesn't need that high wall in center field.
They
They've
have
got
that
that real
because
big block.
it's the backdrop. Every stadium has a backdrop in the middle.
But the yellow line goes high, is what I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
So like have every home run be robbable, with the exception of like I would say with the exception of Coors, that that ball's gonna fly, so keep those walls up. Monster stays. Get rid of the tiny fucking bullpen wall in left field for you want to talk about a short right field, I should say. But the fucking what's it called? Fenway. There we go. I was gonna call it the Garden.
The
Fenway.
basketball.
The pesky pole fucking tiny wall. Get rid of that one.
Yeah, but it also was built in like 19 fucking two
That
or
too.
some shit like that.
Also, how about this? Another John Boy idea. If you're gonna change your stadium, your dimensions, you got to keep it for the next 5, maybe 10 years.
I agree with that, but people make mistakes. Why are you gonna be hindered in possibly fixing a problem because you try to improve it?
Improve it with your baseball team. I'm talking about the Orioles. They less than 2 years ago, maybe, moved
Mhm.
that stupid fucking left field wall. They moved it back, and it looked disgusting. And then they moved it back to its original spot this season. So what I'm saying is, if you're gonna do that, then commit to it, right? Like you can't. It's not just create a ballpark every year.
But again, if you see a problem, why not? I,
Well,
I
here's
agree
the
that
thing. Let me. I see your point. Here's the debate. Here's the argument. They saw a problem, right? Pitchers don't want to come here because people. It's too easy to hit it off of the off of left field. They went back. Oh shit, our players can't hit to left field now. Let's move it back. That was their whole thing. They missed out on Corbin Burns.
they
Move it
were
back
never
then.
gonna get corner versions because they were cheap.
I mean,
You could get players here if you're just pay them.
that's true, but they were cheap, and the dimensions of the ballpark, they moved it back to be more pitcher friendly. Their hitters suffered. They didn't get pitchers. They moved it
They're
back to
just
its original
ass.
spot.
Let's just go there.
They got to retool. They for sure got to retool. They got to start shipping off those young guys. They got too many good young prospects that are at the moment like real prospects, so they're like a little mid. They're exciting but mid. You know what I mean? They're at that stage. So they got to ship some of them off before they really leave a bad taste in our mouth. Pause.
Um, do you? I want Cedric Mullins.
I see. I think that's one they can part ways with, and it doesn't really affect
He's a
them.
free agent. Free agent, yeah. I need a
I
left fielder.
think they have to part ways with who do they have at third base right now?
Is it Mountcastle?
Mountcastle? Who's
That
their first
sounds right.
baseman? Isn't Mountcastle usually a first baseman? Or am I tripping?
Also, have no idea. Obviously, he's gunning at short.
Gunnar at short, Jackson at second,
Adley
and
at catcher
Adley at catcher, left
or
field or right field.
center.
One of the outfields is O'Neill,
It's
and
one other than Kirsten.
he might be DH. They got Ramon Urias right now at third base, I'm pretty sure. But they're waiting on Westberg to come back. They're
That's
waiting on Colton Cowser to come back, who would be their starting center fielder. Um,
they just don't have pitching, pretty much.
they have no pitching. They have Grayson Rodriguez, who's on the IL 60
Mhm.
maybe.
Most likely.
Yeah,
I have this nice still in cease if you guys want him. Send over. Give me Adley.
they're not gonna send like the one of the core players of their team. Go get like Kobe Mayo.
I don't need a third baseman.
Machado's aging out of it soon.
Machado is
Make
32 and he's playing a great third base. If anything, he'll go to first after.
There you go. See, let's make that process a little bit faster.
Yeah, but I have Luis Arias.
You guys don't even want to rise anymore.
Yes, we do. He is perfect for
DH
the
him.
clubhouse
His glove ain't great. DH him instead. There you
He
go.
hasn't been a problem. I have Gavin Sheets. He's been holy sheets pretty good this year, but he can't play defense. He's only playing defense because Jason Hayward is somehow still on the team. He's a diversity hire. Okay,
I
you
think
know.
I think y'all got enough diversity. You might need a couple exciting whites over there. Gavin
Uh,
Sheets is the diversity hire for you guys.
what you mean? I got Dylan Cease. I got Michael King.
Yeah,
What
but
else do you
pitchers
need?
like you usually see like white pitchers.
Wow,
White pitchers still dominate the game
facts.
in terms of the whites. Like name a good white player that's not from your team.
Tatis.
I just said name a good white player not from
Oh,
your
White.
team. So
Jay
you got
Cronenworth.
both,
Oh, not from my team.
you fucking idiot.
Skeens.
There you go, pitcher.
Oh,
See what I mean?
Jackson Holidays. Gunnar
He's
Henderson.
okay right now.
Aaron Judge.
Yeah, I think he's black.
He's a brother.
I think he's a brother.
Give
Softer on the
me,
R there.
give me Freddie Freeman.
See, but now the first one you named was Paul Skeens. See what I mean?
To be fair, I didn't understand the rules
You
the
clearly
first
didn't
time you
because I
saying
said
it.
name name one good white player not from your team, and you immediately said Tatis on your team, definitely not white.
So like, your statement doesn't prove anything.
You said Paul Skeens.
I didn't understand. So
Well,
you know,
sound off in the comments. And it's probably just gonna be me commenting.
but I was
Uh,
right.
Playoffs? You want to talk playoffs? I like half watched the second half of this game that just happened. Kind
Who won?
I was about to say the Timberwolves. They did not win. OKC. It was they were up like 10 when I started watching, and I was eating, so I was like half watching, and they ended up winning. I think overreaction here to game one. Nuggets probably had the best chance to beat the Thunder. Um, at the start of the last round, I think I was going Thunder Pacers for the finals.
I want Knicks. I want Knicks to
Sorry,
win.
not Thunder. Nuggets Pacers is what I meant. Now that the Thunder have moved on, I don't know. I feel like the Thunder are gonna make their way through. Overreacting to game one here.
I don't mind Thunder winning it all. It's I just
Just kind
want
of
to
a
see
boring team to me.
it's it. I mean, it's what they build is the dynasty, but it's
Oh, well, let's not call it that yet.
yeah,
They
that's what
they
they're going for.
that's what they're going for, yeah. But
You know, but like Ant's gonna take it. There's gonna be 6 games.
yeah, I mean, if he's healthy, he rolled his
You
ankle
win a
today
locker
or
room.
something. Yeah,
As
but
just a basketball fan, obviously you just want to game seven, best 2 words. But I'm rooting Knicks just because I feel like they're gonna burn down the city, Philly
God,
style.
dude, Friday was electric. Friday in New
That's
York was electric. Yankees beat the Mets in the first Juan Soto game. Knicks win the game, win the series, move on to the
blew
Eastern
them out.
Conference
Yeah.
Finals. New York was electric. Side Talk NYC was going crazy.
That's I'm like I feel like they got the pieces too. You know,
They got pieces. They're an interesting team. I don't know. Um, I kind of like the Pacers. I like that they're like you forgot about us. Like we're mid
like why
market to
not?
small market team. Yeah, like
Why
you
not
guys.
us?
Like the everybody's probably got the Knicks going on, or the majority of people probably got the Knicks moving forward because they're New York. They're a team that
Mm.
more people know. I like the Pacers being like, oh, okay, we're gonna show you. Really? You think we
Pacers,
can't make a run? I think the Pacers could do it. Reignite that rivalry, old rivalry of Pacers Knicks. It's gonna be fun.
Pacers feel very like Padres-ish.
Padres ish. Yeah.
Like we're not supposed to be here. We've been trying to be here. Now let's go do it. Kind of
Yeah. I mean,
kind of see where I'm going with
they
this.
kind of made it that far last year, I want to say.
So, I mean, it's like, hey, okay, we've been
So
here trying to, keep going further.
yeah. So that's why I think like I just think it would be fun to have the Pacers. I think having the Knicks there would be cool too. Um I kind of don't I just don't want the You know what? I'm changing my pick. I'm not going Pacers because I want to see a Timberwolves Knicks.
Knicks, the trade.
Yeah, the trade. Both teams make the finals. That's sick. Who
Hmm.
really wins the trade? Now we can really talk about it, you know? Hey, I think that'd be sick. So if that can happen, awesome.
Bags.
That's kind of what I'm rooting for now. Putting that out there, putting that out energy out there, and then I'll decide
After
on my
all
final.
that, crazy.
Yeah. Well, I was rooting. I forgot who the fuck I was rooting for.
Nuggets. Lakers.
No, to start the playoffs once the Bulls were eliminated.
Lakers.
No, it definitely wasn't the Lakers.
Really? You don't want to see Luca get his first chip
Nah.
because he's on the Lakers, or is
Mm-hmm.
because
That's exactly why.
so you don't want to see your boy winning?
Not anymore. Speaking of, we haven't had a chance to talk about this.
We don't need to talk about it.
I'm not talking about your bums. Talking about my bums. My bums and the ultimate fumble. 1.7% chance at the number one
Oh,
pick.
because you guys had the 12th pick and you guys your buzzer
Dude,
beater
it wasn't
got you
even
guys the
that.
12th pick.
It
That's
wasn't
what
even
it
that.
was. Nah, that's what I
There's so
saw.
much more. There's so much more.
From what I saw,
They had
since your
every
hoorah,
every single tiebreaker to the they tied everything to the Mavericks. It was a literal coin flip
coin
that
flip.
decided who had the 1.8% chance.
Yes, but you guys were tied because your half court buzzer beater.
That was
You
one
got
of them, yeah.
exactly. If you guys would have lost that game, you guys would have had better your 11th pick.
Well, we would have had the number one pick, but yeah.
Well, see,
Missed out on Cooper Flag.
was it
Holy
a
shit.
was it worth it?
No. I blow this team to smithereens. Please. That hurts. It hurts so much. Um, I wish. I wish. I wish. I wish.
Don't
Cooper
worry, you
Flag
still
and
got
Modest
your.
Buzelis? Come on. I wish.
Is that
But I could
the
still rub
white
it in
boy?
your face that 30 points and a buzzer beater from half court.
And
So
what do you got to look forward to, huh? The
Modest
12th pick.
Buzelis.
I got to look
Giddy.
forward to Luca.
He's gonna, weigh himself out of the league soon.
He's gonna be on the LeBron diet.
Listen, I weigh less than Luca now. So,
Yeah, but he's also girthy. So
brother, you've seen this dumper.
yeah, but you seen them thighs?
You've seen these thighs. Come on now. My
Luca's gonna be wearing cornrows soon.
listen, I all right, how much time we got? You want to run into some Thunderbolts? What you think?
That works for me. Let me talk about it kind of more, I guess, just because it's more fresh in my head.
Go for it.
It took me a minute just to go watch it. Just life been sick, but finally I was able to watch it. Um, it was really cool, obviously, seeing them, first interact in that fight scene where they're in that spoilers. It's been
Full
like a fucking
spoilers.
month.
It's been about a month at this point. It's been like 2 weeks, but still, spoilers. Everybody knows the important things by now.
They get into that one final objective for everybody else, and you start seeing all like the four characters. Kind of sucks that she got just fucking blasted in the dome. That's the one where I was like, because she seems so fucking dope. Taskmaster, or whatever her name is.
Taskmaster, yeah, Taskmaster.
Because like that ability of just learning as you fight, that's dope. I thought that it's find it really interesting, but it's just she just keeps fucking losing. It's like, come on now. Bob's pretty cool. Um, I obviously the dad, which is the Russian,
Red Guardian.
the Red Guardian. He's pretty good. He's funny. All the fight scenes were dope. 100%. Obviously seeing, um, what is it? The special agent. What is his name? Agent
U.S. agent John Walker.
character pretty well. Obviously, it like fits him like the asshole. But then seeing Bob just trying to just see how OP he goes and just fucking bends everything. Just, especially the shield. That's pretty dope. Seeing Bucky try to go one man army on him, fucking Bob. That was pretty funny. Or the Sentry or Centurion or whatever his name is.
The Sentry. Yeah, yeah.
That was pretty cool. I just still don't. So the Void is another villain that was setting out for something else, or what is he? As a comic book fan, educate me.
All right, here we go. The Void is part
Is that
of
his
the
name?
Sentry. Yeah, the Void.
Mm.
So obviously, uh, Bob Robert. Reynolds, I think is his name. Rob Reynolds, Bob Reynolds, whatever. Uh, he's like a guy that goes through like a pretty tough life.
Hmm.
He's a drug addict or alcoholic, and he gets these superpowers. Gets I think they changed it in the movie, to my understanding. I have a Sentry comic like on my reading list, because I'm super interested after watching the movie. But basically, he has these powers, or he gets these powers that makes him essentially Marvel Superman,
Hmm.
right? He's unstoppable. The only thing is, because he has like depression, anxiety, all those things, that dark side of him, when he gets the superpowers, when he uses the superpowers, the void also comes out and that takes over. So it's like, you know, yes, here's this perfect hero that can stop everything, but here's this dark side of this perfect hero. So the void is kind of setting things up, kind of not. Um, I think it's the perfect way to have such a powerful hero that you can't use. Because if you use him, he's just gonna turn every to put to send everybody to like their nightmares or whatever those dreams
Hmm.
were called, right? That area where they were, that mind field where they were.
Okay.
Um, so super OP, super powerful, but can't use him because then the void's gonna come out and he's gonna put the whole world in a void.
So like as it stands right now, when he's not, is he the Sentry always, or he has to like lock into that?
He's got to remember. So from my understanding, the comic book origin is he like he was the greatest hero ever, but nobody remembered or he didn't remember. So then he has to go back and to like remember that. But the reason he didn't remember is because once he remembers, the void comes out. So once he uses his powers, the void comes out. So because when they brought him back, he was just like normal Bob. Like he was like, "Oh,
Hmm.
what's everybody doing? What's happening? Like what just happened?" The void goes away. So it's like
Mm.
kind of bottling emotions type shit.
So him not remembering he has the powers, does he still have the powers even though he doesn't
He
remember?
has the powers, he doesn't remember, therefore he doesn't know how to use them.
So he's essentially, oh, okay. So when he's a Sentry, he's essentially bulletproof,
He's
I would
bulletproof,
assume.
he's everything proof.
All right. So like
But when
if
he's a
he,
sentry, the void comes out as well. The void takes over. So at
yes,
some point,
what I'm saying is if he doesn't remember, he still has the powers, but he doesn't know he has the powers. But if somebody just goes behind him and just, is he dead?
no, 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 no. So he has the powers. So like if someone tries to like from the back dome him, right?
Hmm. We
He
relax.
it'll like bounce off or whatever, or just
Hmm.
stop there.
You just be
And
all
then
confused.
yeah, he'll be confused. And then like he might start remember it is probably the way they'll do it there. He might start remembering and then, he'll remember he's got all these powers, remember the void. Because it's all the like pressure he feels. Running out of time here.
Mm.
But yeah, I mean I thought it was probably the best Marvel movie since Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe. I thought it was really good. I didn't expect it to be this good. I didn't expect it to like it this much. I
I
thought it
do
was gonna
too.
be just a good popcorn flick, good old Marvel time. But
So how are they planning on doing the new Avengers and then the Avengers with the Z?
those are the new Avengers technically. So I think what they're trying to do, that's what I've seen speculated out on the internet, is that is actually it's not like a post-credit scene, traditional post-credit scene. It's a scene from another movie. So I think that's gonna be a scene from Doomsday or Secret War, whichever one's the one that's coming first. I'm pretty sure it's Doomsday, where at the beginning of the movie, we're gonna see Sam Wilson's Captain America, his Avengers team trying to fight this team for the name the Avengers, like
The
telling
Civil
them you
War.
no, not Civil War. No, no, that already happened. But just trying to
But
be like, hey, you can't name yourself that. We are the Avengers. I'm Captain America. Captain America reflects the Avengers. But then they are like, well, we have like the government's permission. We're government mandated Avengers. Like We should have this name, and we kind of got here first because you haven't built your team yet. Because right now, Sam Wilson's got one Avenger by his side, the new
Who-
Falcon,
Oh,
and
well,
these guys
the
got like,
Mexican. Yeah.
okay, I don't like how you said that, but
Accurate?
yes, he is Mexican. Yeah, I don't know his name, which is tragic, but
Hector, probably.
that's fucked. But yeah, I really like the movie. I liked that it doesn't end with a big fight scene. No need for big CGI monsters that we have to fight and lasers and shit. Just let's make this a movie. Let's make this a real movie. I like that. And I
When
like that it was
does
about depression. I really like that, personally speaking. I like that, we're not scared to put a little bit of a message in our superhero movies. I bet you
I got two
completely missed
options.
it.
No, no, I
I bet
did.
you completely missed that it was about depression, huh?
I get it. I
You
get
th
it.
you thought the big black scary thing was something else, wasn't it?
LeBron. When does Fantastic Four come out?
July 11th, I think. No, 20 something. July
Oh my
11th
God.
is Superman. Super excited for it. July is gonna go crazy. It's gonna go hard. There's some other movie
11th?
or 10th.
Because I believe well, no, the 6th is Sunday, 7, 8, 9, 10th, 11th probably, 10th is Thursday. Okay, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. So
6 is a Sunday for the Hello Kitty
so
Day.
it
That's why I remember.
it's Superman. There's another movie that I'm forgetting about that I want to watch. I don't think it's super popular, but and then Fantastic Four. We're gonna eat good in July. It's gonna be a good
That's
time.
Comic-Con, so makes sense.
It's gonna be a great old time. I'm excited for Superman. A little nervous actually. Last trailer made me a little nervous for Superman. I don't know. I don't know if I like the direction. I'm not huge
It,
on James Gunn.
is it a like a setup movie of like this is Superman, or is it like you already know who Superman is? This is kind of part of his life when he's battling.
Combo. We're not getting the origin story, from my understanding. Not an origin story, but it's like this is this Superman that we're gonna show you now. So like, yeah, I think from what we've already seen in the trailers, there's other superheroes already existing in this world. He's already dating Lois Lane. She already knows he's Superman. So it's it's a not so origin story.
I was like, you better know what you're watching.
Yeah, a little bit with the same with the Fantastic Four, even though I feel like they could probably use an origin story just because
It's been a minute.
it's been a
The
minute
last one was
and
ass.
yeah, and they could be told in a better way. So I'm excited. We're excited. We'll be there or be square.
That original Fantastic Four was dope.
It was good. That was fun.
The flame on,
I was fire. Yeah, literally.
literally.
All right. I don't know how much time we got. I think probably like 3 minutes or something, but I don't want
Five.
to get cut short here. I
Are
don't
you
want
gonna
to
go to
get.
Hello Kitty Day?
I don't know. I
What
don't
you
know.
mean?
We'll talk off air on that one.
Okay.
But all right, that'll do it for this week. No clue what we'll name this. No clue what the thumbnail will be. Probably, I'll probably
Wait, wait,
like
wait, wait,
do
wait,
my
wait,
boy
wait.
dirty here.
One last question. There's been a question that we always ask at the store right now. It's just to see how people put up, two fingers, three fingers, and just because we had different opinions. How do you put up two fingers? How do you put up two fingers?
Like when I'm saying there's two of something.
Yeah, like, oh, give me two of these. Thank you. Okay. Put up three. That
Baseball,
was
basketball.
exactly what I said because I'm like, this is sports, and then this is basketball with the three mellow. But obviously, people are like, oh, I do this, or some people are weird to
Mm.
do this, or like do this, and I'm
Oh,
just like,
sometimes I do this because
no, no,
sometimes I'll count and I'm like, all right, one, two, three, four,
no,
five.
no, I don't want to
But
hear it.
but
It's
if I'm
three.
like, oh, you need to get two, or we got 2 minutes. Here we go, two.
Thank you. This feels forced, you know.
I mean, this is how you learn to count. One, two, three, four, five.
I agree. If they
And
said
you
this is
you
for
become
sign
an
language, so I'm like, I kind of understand it, but I'm like sports,
this
sports,
is
mellow. That's I'm like,
The goggles, three goggles, no. Jarrah Swish, hit
No,
those.
it's the goggles.
All right, what the fuck are you
It's a
doing?
soccer. A soccer. Sorry,
Okay,
you would know.
no,
That was a
I'm
conversation.
learning.
That was,
I'm learning.
but yeah, thanks. You made me happy.
All right, yeah, that's what it is. And then sign language. This one I learned from Gleyber Torres and Anthony Rizzo last year. They would hit home runs and do this.
Somebody else did a different three, and I'm not gonna show it here. So,
This is not a three. One of these.
I'm-
All right, that'll end it there. All right. Follow us on socials, probably down in the description. I don't know how much I'm gonna post this. I keep doing free trials of like clip software and the trials end. So I'm not really paying for that till this thing starts growing. Or you want to send us some ching, support us so we can pay that membership.
Shout out your fiance.
Shout out my fiance, always, forever and ever. Out in Palm Springs, she's killing it, killing the game. Uh,
Oh, was she's the internship thing or whatever it was?
yeah, I heard it's called field work, but it's like an internship, working unpaid, so it makes it tough. But it's out in Palm Springs right now. It's all by her lonesome. So she has spent some lonely, what has it been, 40-ish minutes now.
Oh, 'cause she's not talking to you.
It's not FaceTiming me.
Gotcha.
So
I gave her a
um
break. Got it.
yeah, yeah. So shout out her, shout out all our peoples. Shout out anybody supporting. Like, comment, subscribe. Feels icky saying that, but hey, you know,
We need it.
we need it. We want this to be something. If you made it this far, you might as well too, because we're at the end here. And if you
Better.
heard us, look at that. That
Yeah.
bald caveman over there is gonna
Yeah.
swipe at you. But yeah, I try to get some social clips out there. Do my best. Don't do the best always though, but hey, we try. And that's what matters. We give it the good old college try. Um, it's a better college try than what this guy, uh, when this guy gave his actual college try. Ba-doom, pss. All right, we'll end it there. See y'all. Thank you for tuning in for another week
Hmm.
of Off the Dome, and we are out of here.